Alright, it's Roger with iGadgetGeek, and I have another case review for you today. Received some cases from Hornettek in the mail the other day, as you can see here, from Hornettek. And of course I'll have their link and everything to their website in the description below. They sent me 3 cases for the iPhone 4. They sent me their Vader, which is this aluminum bumper style case, as you can see here. This is the silver and titanium. They also sent me their Luminous series glow-in-the-dark case, as you can see here. Of course, this will be in a later video. We'll unbox that and take a look at it. And they also sent me this case here in yellow for the iPhone 4. And there again, that's from Hornettek.com, but we'll get into those other cases. Today mainly we're going to look at this Vader case for the iPhone 4. Of course, we have my white iPhone 4 here, and on the back of it I have one of the ID America puffy skins, so I'll show you how these work together. So first we'll go ahead and get this open. First you'll notice they give you an Allen wrench and they give you 4 extra screws. Now a lot of these aluminum cases that I've reviewed, they only give you 1 or 2, 2 extra screws usually is the norm. Where in this case they give you an entire second set. This case requires 4 screws to screw it together, and they give you 4 spare screws and a nice Allen wrench. Let's go ahead and take a look at the case itself, get some of this packaging out of the way. Now as you can see here, we'll go ahead and pop this off. It's a very light, very thin bumper. As you can see here, it has 4 Allen screws that hold it together. It also has an integrated button. As you can see here is this aluminum CNC machined button, and this entire case is CNC milled aluminum. Now this case does retail for $79.99, and I'll have a link in the description to where you can purchase this case. But let's go ahead and take it apart and give you a little more information about the case. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the 4 screws. Go ahead and get those out of our way. Now basically this is a 2-piece type design. You have your front piece here, and this is the silver color. Now as you can see here, they have this material in the 4 corners of all 4 corners, and right over here where the main reception issue is for a lot of people. So you see what that does is it prevents any metal to metal contact on your iPhone 4. And there again on the back piece you have the same. Now on the back half of the case is where the Allen wrench screw heads are. So from the very front of the phone all you see is this nice clean look. And when we're talking about clean, the aluminum case itself is by far one of the smoothest finished cases. They have a very polished, slick finish on it, which is very nice. It's there's no burrs or rough edges or anything. It's a very nice polished case. Alright, so what we're going to do now is take a look here at my iPhone 4. As you can see here, let me go ahead and zoom in on my reception. Go ahead and get it to focus. As you can see there, I have 2 bars. Now I'm down to 1, and of course at my house here where I live it fluctuates anywhere from 1 to 3 bars. See, there we go. Now we're back up to 3. So you can see there. So we've got 3 on my antenna and full on my Wi-Fi. So you can see here's my Wi-Fi. I have 3 full bars and 3 full bars on my cell phone service. See, it fluctuates from 2 to 3 right there usually at my house. So what we'll do is we're going to use that to kind of get an idea if this case affects your signal at all. So I like to start by putting the front on first, and you just lay it nice and flat, and the case just slips right into the phone, as you can see there. Now one thing that is nice with that included button, as you can see here, is that little aluminum button that's included with the case. Now I like to do this on a flat surface. It makes it a little easier. So you want to lay your phone flat, put that front piece on, and then insert that sleep-wake button. So you can see right there. It's that sleep-wake button. And then let's go ahead and put the back piece on. Then I'll put the 4 screws in and tighten them down. Alright, there we go. As you can see here, this is a separate piece, so let's go ahead and take this off and so we get an idea what it looks like with just that case on there. Alright, as you can see here now, I don't have actually any protection on my back here. I would recommend a screen shield for the front and back with this case, but this does give you a very nice lay on the table for the front and rear. As you can see here, you have a bit of a lip, so if you lay this on the back or the front, your screen is going to be protected. It's not going to be laying flat on the table. Now, as you can see here on my reception, I have 3 on my cell phone and I have 2 on my Wi-Fi, which, you know, depending on where I'm at in my house, my Wi-Fi will fluctuate. But as you can see here on the cell phone antenna, I have the same reception as I did without the case. So there's a lot of bumper cases out there that are all aluminum that will degrade your signal. In my personal experience, I have not noticed any signal loss or anything. In fact, I tend to gain because you don't get that, you know, canceling out if you hold it right here. Like if you hold your iPhone 4 like this without a case on, your signal is going to drop. And as you can see here, mine does not. It stays true. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look around at the case itself. As you can see here, you have one nice large cutout for your speaker, microphone, and 30-pin dot connector. Now, as you can see there on that 30-pin, it's pretty large. I've used a couple aftermarket. I haven't had any issues. Now, if you have some of the extremely big aftermarket cables, you may have an issue, but the standard ones, you won't have any issues. Now on this side here where the SIM card is, there is no openings. On the very top, you have one nice teardrop cutout for your headphone jack and your secondary mic. And there's your built-in sleep-wake button, as you can see here. Now this side here, you have one large cutout for your volume up and down and your silent switch. And the way this is done, this will work for both GSM and CDMA iPhone 4s, or the AT&T and Verizon. Now I've got to use this case for a few days. I'm going to have to say I've had several aluminum cases that I've reviewed, and the fit on this, the tolerances between these gaps and everything here, everything lines up very nice. And having that integrated sleep-wake button, I think is a home run. You don't have to try to get your finger down in there to that sleep-wake. It's kind of integrated into it. And over here, your volume up and down, those buttons are very easily accessible. I'll give you an idea here. They're very easy to get to and get very good response. You don't have to try to dig in there. And the same with the silent switch. You can use your finger, your thumb, no problem getting that in and out. So all in all, I think it's a very nice case. It's very, very light. It's not going to add hardly any weight, but it is going to give you some protection if you were to drop your phone. These again retail for $79.99, and I will have a link in the description to where you can purchase these. And again, that is the Hornettek Vader aluminum bumper case in silver and titanium. And this has been Roger with iGadgetGeek.